Hey guys, with so many NFT projects coming out, I thought I would make a quick video about what you should do when you're coming up with an idea for your NFT project to make sure that your idea stands out and that you succeed and do really well. So let's go ahead and get to it. Okay, so before we get started, my name is Adrian. I am focusing on building my very own NFT project. And so if you would like to learn more about the steps to take when you're building an NFT project and what steps to avoid, then go ahead and subscribe down below and let's go ahead and get to the video. All right, and I've said this before in my last video, and I'll say it again right now. The metaverse, trying to build out the metaverse is very oversaturated right now, and you also have a lot of big players in the game like Nike and Adidas. So I wouldn't really be focusing on that. Another thing too is that a lot of people are building play-to-earn games, so PDE. These are games where if you play them, you earn the crypto of whatever it is that team built, and so you can make some money doing that. This can be really complicated, and usually, the average person or people like you and I, we don't really have an extremely well-funded project or team that can do this. And so, if you have the team for it, then go for it. But it's not really an easy entry if you're trying to get into NFTs or building your own project, especially. So let's talk about what other things you can build in the space. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it. What I'm saying is that, even if you have a successful launch building into the metaverse, it's very unlikely that you're gonna last for more than, I don't know, a few months. I'm just saying. Instead, what I would do is, like I said before in the last video, there's a great opportunity here for you to take an industry that has a lot of room to grow and see how you can bring that to the NFT space. Because what you're doing with NFTs, especially you building your own NFT project, what you're doing, just like any other business, is you are trying to address a problem and provide a solution. That's what you're trying to do. And so think about the job that you currently have, the jobs that you have had. Maybe even look at jobs that your friends have, and you're like, oh, well, that sucks. Think about how you can bring NFTs into that space and provide whatever solution that you want to do. And so I'm going to go and talk about my idea to give you an example. All right, so I do want to talk about my idea in this video for a little bit. I did promise that in the last video. So essentially what I'm doing is, like I said, I am leveraging my background in neuroscience and mental health. And so essentially what we're going to be doing is three different things. Number one is providing value. Right off the bat, you need to look at your minimum viable product, MVP. That's what it means in business, and what that essentially means is what can you offer to your community right away without them having to buy anything, like no NFTs, none of that. And because I have the background for it, and I have friends, and we already have a partner actually, who also has a degree in neuroscience from USC though, I went to UCLA. We're combining our knowledge to provide free value, which is brain and drug education, right? I think everybody should have access to that. And so because we're a mental health project, I think that it's really important to promote, a lot of information that people would otherwise not know. Number two, what it's going to be doing is, because I'm so fascinated by the world of neurotechnology and it's going to take over the world at some point. Again, I'm taking, an industry that has a lot of room to grow. What I'm doing here is I want my project to serve as a media outlet for the field of neurotechnology. Essentially what that means is whenever something new, like let's say Neuralink has a chip implant that works on human trials later this year, I want to be able to kind of push that information to my community, because it's a really big deal to be able to, for example, in like 10 years, go on your phone, turn up empathy, and things like that, because that's gonna happen in the future. Trust me, it's pretty crazy stuff. So yeah, serving as a media outlet is the second thing. The third thing is raising awareness for mental health, as well as helping provide solutions for mental health. Now, there's a lot of different, I feel like media does a really good job of pointing out a lot of issues that we see in our society, and there isn't really being much done to address them. And so, like I said earlier in this video, is that any business model should really be addressing a problem and providing a solution. Um, and so what I hope to be doing here is not just address it, like I don't want to just point out to a problem that's happening, like fentanyl is the #1 killer for ages 18 to 49. I don't want to just state that and not have a solution that or a resource after that that you can click on and go to. Um, Obviously since COVID, mental health has been a really big problem, and so again, that's just news. People are like, oh my God, that's awful, but then there's no, there's nothing being done. And so that's where I'm taking my project. I wanted to serve as 3 different things, and then we can go ahead and focus on building utility later. I'm actually going to go ahead and build or create an entirely different YouTube video about ideas on how to create utility for holders, because it's really important for an NFT project to, or for an NFT in your NFT project to keep its value. At least it needs to keep its value, and it more importantly needs to go up in value. And so if you saw my previous video, there's going to be a lot of buyers who are hopefully holding because they have invested in your idea, they invested in your project, and they think that you're going to do extremely well with it. And so, yeah. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Again, my name is Adrian. I am building my own NFT project. I just wanted to go ahead and quickly talk about the idea that I had, what kind of tools or thoughts I had when coming up with the idea. But yeah, it's pretty exciting. If you want to go ahead and follow for more and see how my project does, feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.